So I've recently had two conversations within the last 24 hours about what we talk about, and most people would understand them as a center of influence, right? A center of influence is what I would consider a tier 3 relationship, right? And a tier 3, for those who may not understand what that is, what we define it as, is it is a individual or an entity that by forming a mutually beneficial relationship can, will, should create opportunities in perpetuity. Now that's subject to the people like you, trust you, and that because you perform. Because if at the end of the day, if you don't form a relationship, if they don't trust you, if you don't perform, well, that just ends. So the question came about is that the long game? And what about the short game? What if I need business now? And my response to that is this. That is why it's critical to understand what industries are and put them in order as far as of importance and greatness, of an impact to you. So look at it this way. As an example, alternative banking and finance. So if I put my insurance hat on, right, for me, they're critical and urgent and important to me. Why? Because an insurance policy is a requirement for someone to get a loan, either to buy a house, to refinance their home, to buy a home, to buy any type of real estate, even a business, or refinancing or reconsolidating a business loan, or acquiring a new company. Insurance is always going to be part of that process. Well, if that is true, the lenders, the people providing the financing, would be a critical and important relationship that I would always love to be introduced to, because what I am a solution to a problem that needs to be solved in order for the client, the purchasing person, home and or business, for them to be able to get what they need. Now, I'm a dime a dozen, right? There's thousands and thousands of insurance brokers out there in the industry. I'd ask you to consider to understanding that in order for someone to connect you to someone, you've got to arm them with the why and the how. Like, why would you introduce me to an alternative lender, banker, loan officer of any category? You've got to give them the reasons why. Secondly, how are you going to provide value? How are you going to actually integrate yourself into the process of what's already set so that the lender, the representative, the client, the entity may benefit? If you can't answer those questions, you're making it a little harder than you need to, because that long game could be an immediate game. Think about it. Take a step back. There's a reason why we talk about who are our tier 3s, but don't just stop there. Ask yourself, who are the ones at the very top? Who's my number 1, my number 2, and number 3? It could change the world. It could change the next quarter. And it could change the trajectory of your business and who and what you do for a living. Be a contribution.